Yeah, quite by accident, I made an incredible discovery on Saturday, one of my days off from the top secret mission site. I discovered that Budweiser, properly distributed along the floor mats of your vehicle, makes a wonderful, long-term, long-giving air freshener. You don't have to buy them stupid little air freshener trees anymore, people. Take my word for it, and the amazing thing about it is it's heat activated. In other words, the more heat you deploy in your vehicle, because it's cold out, the more air freshener you get. Let's see. I wonder how many things were discovered just by accident. Yes, it is Monday the 23rd of November, 2020, dark winter. Bet you guys thought, oh, yesterday was the JFK anniversary of the assassination. I bet you Dave Corum's going to talk about that. Nope, wrong again. I wasn't going to talk about JFK and Poppy because, remember what Trump said? Campaign promise delivered. He says, I will unseal the sealed records concerning the JFK assassination. Oh yeah, but wait, son of a bitch. He never did unseal them, did he? Nope, still sealed to this day. Yeah, another campaign promise kept, huh? Oh, like to lock her up. Yeah, I think that swine is still out walking the streets. Alright, I'm running late today, people. I know it's going to be a long video, so I'm going to have to make it a two-parter. Sorry, but those are the facts. Back in the day, yeah, I was in third grade, I think, when Kennedy was assassinated. I was a youngin' being raised in Murderapolis. The Mayflower Donut Company's ad slogan was kind of a nifty little one. It simply said on the box, as you amble on through life, no matter what your goal, keep your eye upon the donut and not upon the hole. Now let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Because isn't that what my favorite group of people I like to bash? Epidemiologists and health physicists. And you could add radon abatement teams. You could add economists and weathermen. You know, a group of people that make a lot of money and don't have to be accurate. Anyway, you know, the health physicists and epidemiologists, they like to dwell upon the donut hole. And they do not deal with the donut. We are going to deal with the donut. Let's see. You know, it's two groups of people, these health physicists and epidemiologists, that spend all day arguing about the variance of data around the number 0. Let me give you a quick example, and this is going to apply several ways. It's going to apply to the monocorona pandemic we're all dealing with and have been dealing with for a number of months. And it's going to make my old saying that I like to rub in people's faces, if you will not learn from history, then you will be doomed to repeat it. And people, we are repeating history. Did you ever hear about, years ago, back in the day, the Mancuso studies and findings? Well, Mancuso, one of my favorite epidemiologists, health physicists, decided to research how come shipyard workers working in Navy shipyard submarine bases, nuclear sub-facilities back east, how come they are coming down with these wide variety of cancers? They decommissioned subs, they fueled, and they refueled nuclear submarines. So Mancuso delves into a lengthy, probably expensive, taxpayer-paid, quote-unquote, study. And what did he find out? He found out that, according to his study, exposures to low doses of nuclear radiation cause cancer. Oh no, the radiation boogeyman. And what were the variables Mancuso study? There weren't any. It was that old geometric postulate, if A, then B. If you worked on Navy nukes and got cancer, why obviously, how goddamn obvious could it be that it was the exposure to nuclear radiation in trace amounts that caused the cancer? He ignored thousands of other variables, people. They do that. That could have caused the shipyard workers' cancers. And never mind the fact that people who did not work in Navy shipyards got the same cancers. Don't mention that, people. Facts. Confuses the issue. Confuses the agenda. Yep, we're going to get to an agenda-driven here, but I'm telling you it's going to take 2 parts to get to it. So the poor cancerous diagnosed shipyard workers sought medical attention from their oncologists and nuclear medicine doctors for the trace amounts of radiation exposure at the shipyards. And then, that is where they were bombarded by high doses of radiation, literally burning these poor bastards purple by their doctors to cure what trace amounts of radiation supposedly caused. It's an analogy. I'm going to give you one here. Let's just say if one cigarette, and I'm intimately involved with cigarettes, people, cause lung cancer, they will tell you it would take 100 cartons of cigarettes to cure what the one cigarette caused. That's it in a nutshell, people. That's exactly what they're saying. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean they ain't saying it. And the people bought that bullshit. And the tragedy is, we're still buying similar bullshit today concerning the dreaded Mona Corona. So last Friday, I'm stuck listening to America's windbag, Rush Limbaugh. I guess you can be paid to do anything at $85 million a year. And at noon, KFYR AM radio, that is, Bismarck, breaks for an hour for the local news and stuff. Rush resumes at the 1 p.m. hour. They start at 11, break at noon, and then Rush is 1 and 2, a 3-hour show. Now, I believe that whole noon hour was Governor Gates and experts discussing the need to flatten our heads, or as they like to say, flatten the curve, because hospitals and health workers are overwhelmed. Yeah, if we don't flatten their heads, what are we going to do in our hospital spaces? It ain't so much the rooms and bed available, we don't have enough workers. Air Force is donating 60, some fly-by-night hiring outfits going to round up another 60 nurses. Now, where have we heard that before, people? Think. Because back in February, March, when it all began, remember, they had the news stories. Oh, the hospitals are overwhelming. Trump has to send in Navy hospital ships. Remember all that? But back then, people, citizen journalists were all over it. Social media was full of videos showing, here's what's mainstream saying about a hospital happening in my area, my local area, but I'm there filming this, and guess what? Same hospital. Nothing is going on. You remember some of them? I think I even featured some of that video content in some of my earlier videos. But I'm so busy getting stuff done, because I'm all about that, I don't have time to find them. And social media, people, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, learned its lessons. These kind of videos will not be allowed anymore. Nope. Alright, so where are we going with this? Let's just say, for shits and giggles, let's just assume everything that was said by Governor Gates and his experts about the hospitals and the staff is true. They're overworked, they're overwhelmed. These cases are piling up. Son of a bitch, what are we going to do? We'll all be killed. Are we falling for another Mancuso bedtime story? Well, let's take a look at it and review some of the knowns. Here we go, people. Got to do a little review. Number one, viruses, people. Master this simple scientific concept. Are not living. They're not living. They don't live. They're not like bacterium, moles, and fungi. Therefore, you cannot kill viruses with bleach or that latest, greatest scam, hand sanitizers. Ain't gonna happen. Number two, a virus is a chemical, a solvent, like water, H2O, a chemical compound, also known as the universal solvent. Now, why is water known as the universal solvent? Because so many other chemicals and compounds readily dissolve in water. They become water soluble. Hey, by the way, just as a little side note, a little fun fact for you. If water is the universal solvent, because it can dissolve so many things, what would be the universal container? Drum roll, please. Plutonium dioxide burnt to a ceramic. And if you can get that into solution, it would be simply amazing. Alright, number three, masks. The kind of masks, muzzles, the deceived are walking around wearing today. That the experts, I heard it Friday, insist help flatten our heads. Can't possibly stop any particulate at the 1 micron level, though. End of their bullshit story. Number four, social distancing. What a joke. 6 feet. How did they arrive at that figure? Math magics? Hey, what do epidemiologists and health physicists do? They study math magics and models, computer-generated models. Well, why not 5 feet? What about 7 feet? Smokers, 20 feet from the bars. Are you getting it yet, people? Arbitrary figures pulled out their ass and codified into rules and regulations we all got to live by. I want to take a quick look at 3 hazardous chemical compounds. Farmers, you're going to recognize the first one. which is a deadly inhalation hazard. No shit, it is. Go to the CharlieDeltaCharlie.gov website and read about it. Phosphine, you know that term? Yeah, it's used daily at my top secret facility that I'm deployed at. Farmers, you're familiar with it. Deadly inhalation hazard, especially when mixed in the presence of water. How about the second, BX nerve agent? Not only an inhalation hazard like the first, it's a skin-absorbed super hazard. Yeah, nerve gas. No 6-foot social distancing or your phony little mask gonna stop this baby. And third, how about this simple, probably well-known one? 7-concentrate, the bug killer. Yeah, the pesticide. It's also an inhalation and a skin absorption hazard. I had a skin absorption issue with this dude because I was careless when mixing it. Yeah, got a lot more respect for 7, S-E-V-I-N. Now, why am I mentioning these three? Because, there are plenty more chemicals out there that can cause serious problems to the living people and other living things. And notice, I never mentioned the weaponized biologicals, which are living and extremely dangerous, like anthrax. Oh yeah, that comes to mind. Botulism and TB, tuberculosis, just to name a few. And it seems to be just totally hysterical. None of the GOV's policies or his experts, the PPEs, personal protection equipment, would help against any of these things I mentioned. None. But they do wonders for the boogeyman, Mona Corona. Stunning, people. So, why all the bad expert advice? And what's filling the hospitals and straining the healthcare workers? Because I'm going to tell you some people, it cannot be the Mona Corona. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to shut it up here. I'm going to have to tell you to stay tuned for part 2 tomorrow. Because look at that. It's almost 10 to 6. Man, did I get behind today. I got stuff to do. I'm getting stuff done, but I got stuff to do. We're going to have to carry on part 2 tomorrow. But I want you to follow the story flow. I don't think I'll have to review. I think I've got some very intelligent subs. History is repeating itself, people. The radiation boogeyman of the 70s, 80s. Oh, yeah. Being replaced by the Mona Corona. Yep. Is there an agenda? Absolutely. Have they told us about it? Many times. All right. Oh, man. 12-minute, 45-second video. Gotta run, people. Understand attention spans can be short sometimes, especially Monday. Oh, guess what the good news is? Short work week. Yep, done on Wednesday. Get Thanksgiving and Friday off. However, the CharlieDeltaCharlie Corporation says you can't celebrate Thanksgiving. Don't drive anywhere. Don't visit with anybody except in your immediate family. Obey, people. Comply. Get your muzzles on. Try to enjoy Monday the 23rd of November, dark winter.